My child, can I trust you with what I am about to share? Not trust in the way the world uses that word, but a deeper kind. The kind that asks whether your heart is still soft enough to receive something sacred even when it stretches you. I am asking this because what I am about to reveal will require more of you than simple listening. It will require your willingness to see yourself honestly, and to let me hold the parts of you that you have spent years protecting. You have wondered, more than once, why certain people entered your life and then left without warning. You have wondered why some seasons felt so heavy, why some doors closed the moment you thought they were finally opening, why silence sometimes felt louder than any answer you could have received. I have watched every one of those questions rise inside you. I did not ignore them. I was gathering them, holding them, preparing the moment when I would finally speak into the very center of your confusion. That moment is now. Let me tell you something you may not have considered before. Not everyone I allow into your story is meant to stay. And not everyone who stays is meant to comfort you. Some were sent to awaken something in you that had gone quiet. Some were sent to disturb what had grown too comfortable. Some arrived like warmth on a cold morning, reminding you of my goodness. Others arrived like wind through an open window, scattering what no longer belonged in the room of your life. Both kinds were sent with purpose. Neither was an accident. It is easy to believe I only work through what feels pleasant. But some of the deepest changes in you began with discomfort. I have allowed people to challenge your pride, to expose fears you thought you had buried, to press on wounds you believed were fully healed, because the next chapter I am writing for you requires a foundation strong enough to hold it. Before I can lift you higher, I must show you what is still sitting underneath the surface of your life. Some of the people you cried over were never sent as punishment. They were mirrors. They showed you the parts of yourself that still needed my touch. The need to control outcomes, the fear of being forgotten, the old wound you kept telling yourself you had already released. And here is something many of my children resist hearing. Sometimes I love you enough to allow your heart to break, so that I can rebuild it stronger than before. Some people came to teach you grace. Some came to wake up resilience you did not know you carried. Some arrived like a clearing wind, removing what could not travel with you into the next season. At the time you may not have understood any of it, but I am asking you to look again now, with different eyes. Consider this question honestly. What did their presence in your life reveal about who you really are underneath? Hold that question gently, because your response to them mattered more than anything they did to you. And I was watching the entire time, not to judge you, but because I love you too much to look away. That disappointment you still carry, the one you have never fully spoken aloud, it was never only pain. It was a test of your spirit, and you may not have realized I was present in the middle of it. The deepest expression of faith is rarely loud. It is not found in performance. It is found quietly in forgiving someone who never apologized. It is found in choosing kindness instead of replaying the wound again and again. It is found in standing in your own pain and declaring that it will not define you. You are shaped by me and by what I am doing inside you, not by what someone else did to you. True forgiveness does not excuse what was done. It simply refuses to let that act keep governing your future. You were never meant to carry bitterness as your identity. You were never created to treat every insult as a weight you must drag behind you for the rest of your life. You are chosen, my beloved, and chosen hearts are called to live by a higher measure. You forgive not because they earned it, but because the path I have set for you cannot carry the extra weight of their mistake. And perhaps that is part of the reason I allowed them to cross your path at all, to uncover what was hidden deep inside you. Was it a desire to settle the score, or was it something purer waiting underneath the hurt? They may have tried to break your spirit, but instead, your tears became the water that grew a stronger version of you. Forgiveness does not mean forgetting what happened. It means rising above it. It means finally telling your pain that it no longer has authority over you. Because if what happened is allowed to keep your heart locked in resentment, it will quietly block the very purpose I have for you. But if you walk through this, if you forgive even while still uncertain, even while your trust is trembling, you overcome something far greater than the person who hurt you. Now pause for a moment and look inward. What is it you are still holding on to that I have already asked you to release? This test did not end with forgiveness. It carried into something equally important: patience. Many of my children find this part of the journey the hardest of all. Some people entered your life not to comfort you, but to unsettle you. They arrived suddenly and disappeared just as fast. They came in with intensity and left without explanation, and you were left holding questions with no answers, a feeling of something unfinished, only stillness where you expected clarity. You asked for ease and were met with delay instead. You searched for understanding and found confusion. And while you longed to move forward quickly, I gently asked you to wait. But this is not the waiting the world understands. It is not passive. It is not empty. This is the kind of waiting that stretches your spirit, that reveals who you truly are when everything around you goes still. Patience is not weakness, my precious child. It is one of the deepest forms of strength you can carry. Sometimes I allow someone to enter your life only so they can leave later. That is not carelessness on my part. I am watching to see whether you will trust me, the one who is guiding your steps, even when the road ahead looks unclear. The real test is often not how quickly you release the pain. It is often about how deeply you continue to lean on me during the times when nothing seems to be happening, when the person is already gone, when the doors seem shut, when quiet feels heavier than any cry you have ever prayed. In moments like these, doubt often creeps in. It whispers lies to a tired spirit. It tells you that you have been overlooked, that your waiting served no purpose, that my silence must mean I have no answer for you. But those words are not mine. Your human nature wants immediate clarity, but your spirit is being prepared for a far deeper connection with me. And in that sacred space of uncertainty, your heart is quietly being purified. Every moment you endure this waiting, heaven is watching closely. Will you still trust me when I seem far away? Will you still honor me when nothing unfolding around you makes any sense? Because this very experience, this patience, this stillness, this waiting, is sacred ground. When I allow a delay, it is never me turning away from you. It is protection, a shield against timing that would damage what I am quietly building inside you. The ones who left your life, perhaps they were never meant to walk with you into the next stage of your path. Perhaps I already knew they would lead you somewhere. I never intended for you to go. Perhaps their leaving was actually an answer to a prayer you did not even know you had prayed. And the quiet that followed was not abandonment, my precious child. It was room to breathe. It was space for your inner steadiness to grow deeper, so that when the winds of purpose begin to blow through your life, you will not be easily shaken. Steadfastness reveals what outward action alone cannot. It shows whether your confidence in me rests on passing feelings or on something far more solid. True trust does not only say I believe in you when things are going well, it says I believe in you even when you seem to be doing nothing at all. This difficulty was never truly about time. It was about trust. And here you are, still standing, still listening, still seeking the truth. That alone is proof that something in you is growing through all of it. But there is another layer to this, one that many overlook. What if I was not only testing your trust in me, but shaping you to become the very thing that helps someone else grow? Stay with me now, because this may shift the way you have understood everything up to this point. Consider this. What if it was never really their trial? What if the true test was you all along? Not your appearance, not your personality, but the deepest part of who you are. That person may not have been sent to bring you comfort. They were sent to reveal something inside you, to loosen your grip on the places in your heart you thought you had already surrendered to me. And I allowed it because I saw something you could not yet see. There are pieces within you that cannot travel with you into the next season I have designed. You have prayed for growth. You have asked for breakthrough, but elevation always follows an honest look at the heart. And before I lift you higher, I must bring certain things into the light. So I permitted that friction, that difficult person, that painful season, as a way of revealing what lies beneath the surface of your life. It was never mostly about what they did to you. It was about what their actions revealed in you. The next level of your purpose requires a more mature version of you, one that does not react sharply to criticism, one that does not collapse under silence, one that does not seek the approval of people who are still struggling themselves. So I allowed you to walk through something difficult, not to wound you, but to reveal what still ignites too quickly inside you. Growth like this rarely comes through outward success. It comes through humility. It comes not through revenge, but through surrender. Consider this possibility too. What if their time in your life was never meant to change them, but to change you? Inner strength is not formed in comfort, my child. It is revealed under pressure, and in those moments when you were alone, when no apology ever came, when no explanation was given and the wound stayed open, heaven paid the closest attention. It was never really about your words. It was about how you extended kindness anyway, how you released the wrong done to you, how you disciplined your tongue, how you guarded the purity of your heart in the middle of something hard. Perhaps the reason I have taken my time with you is because I care far more about who you are becoming than how fast you arrive somewhere. So I ask you now, what did that experience bring out of you? And what am I still asking to remove before I lift you higher? Because what comes after this will change your role completely. You will not only be tested, you will become the test that helps someone else grow. You are not being punished, my child. You are being made ready for the work I have prepared for you. Every tear you shed, every prayer that felt unanswered, every opportunity that quietly closed, none of it was meant to crush your spirit. It was shaping you into someone strong enough to carry what is coming. I do not waste hard seasons. I use them the way a craftsman uses a sharp tool, not to cause pain for no reason, but to prepare you, to remove anything that would not hold under the weight of what I am about to give you. When I choose someone for something significant, I follow a process. I do not rush it. I do not elevate a heart that has not been tested. I train in private. I purify through difficulty. I keep certain things hidden until the core is solid enough to hold what is about to be built on top of it. That person who hurt you was never the destination. They were part of the process. A spiritual tool used to sharpen how clearly you can now see, to strengthen your inner self without hardening your heart. Before I entrust you with influence, I look closely at what already has influence over you. Can you still lead when others misunderstand you? Can you still love when you feel pushed away? When things finally go well, can you remain humble? Can you rise and still remember who you are in me? Many want the visible position. Few are willing to walk through the quiet season of preparation, that struggle, that waiting, that sadness you carried. It was the proving ground of your readiness, not for others to witness, but to demonstrate to the unseen realm that your core will not fail when good things finally arrive. Because a task without inner strength leads to harm. A calling carried by an unclean heart creates confusion, and a blessing received without clear sight often draws difficulty. It was never meant to carry. That is why I allowed that person to cross your path. My cherished one, not to remain, but to shake something loose, to awaken what had gone quiet inside you, to bring hidden things into the light, to challenge what had grown too comfortable. Their presence caused difficulty. But difficulty is how the most valuable things are formed. Now you do not just survive hard seasons. You understand why they were necessary. You do not simply believe. You have wrestled in private and heard my voice in the quiet. Perhaps you have found it difficult lately to say what you are truly feeling out loud. That is because your words are meant for moments that matter, not for empty conversation. They are meant for meeting real challenges, not filling silence with noise. Have you felt something stirring inside you recently, my child? Quiet moments that suddenly feel meaningful, dreams that seem to carry more weight than usual. Small signs repeating themselves, a sudden feeling you cannot fully explain. These are not random. Something that had gone to sleep in you is waking up. This is a season I planned long before you were born. It is a sign, yes, but only recognized by those whose inner life is ready to notice it. If you are still paying attention within yourself, if your heart feels a stirring, if your spirit is drawn towards something you cannot name, it is because you are not only searching, you are being drawn. This understanding is not for everyone, and it was never meant to be. But you, my beloved child, did not simply stumble upon this truth. In many ways, it found you. That is because something set apart, something that cannot be undone, is about to unfold in your life. You have spent enough time in dim places. My light is now pulling you closer, guiding you back to where you belong beside me. What you feel right now is a rare point of closeness. Not something you can hold in your hands, not something imagined, but a sacred meeting point where you can sense me more clearly than before. In this season, the noise of the world quiets, and you can finally hear my voice more clearly. Your inner understanding sharpens. Your spirit feels pulled towards something you cannot fully explain, yet it feels like home. This is not something your mind can reason its way into. It is something you feel deep within. These seasons of closeness do not happen often. They are placed with precision, timed to awaken those who are ready and pass quietly by those who are not. They are designed to move things into their proper place. The way things shift in the unseen realm is never random. It follows a plan. And when these moments align, I open a door for change. Not everyone will notice it. Many will feel only a slight unease, a heaviness, a difficulty finding peace, and they will move past it without a second thought. That is why they will miss what was prepared for them. Understand this clearly. This season of closeness only reaches those who are sensitive to me. Not the loudest voices, not the ones who appear strongest on the outside, but those whose inner spirit remains open, those who have carried hard seasons quietly, who have wondered about their direction, who feel pulled by something they cannot fully explain. It is not chance. It is me seeing you. These seasons answer to what is already alive inside you, to what you are seeking, to how ready you truly are. If your heart has longed for something deeper, if you have felt separate from the world around you yet tied to something beyond it, then this season is for you. You did not need to know the exact timing. Your spirit was already waiting for it. Here is something important. This season is not only about sensing my presence. It is about stepping onto the path I have already prepared for you. Consider this. What if everything you have walked through, the confusion, the moments you broke down, the quiet seasons that felt endless, what if none of it was a detour from the path, but the very process that prepared you for it? Your journey is approaching a significant shift. There is the person you were before this moment, and there is the person you will become once you welcome it fully. Most will simply keep moving as they always have. But those who feel this pull are the ones set apart for this season. They are the ones I have been waiting for. And you, my beloved, continuing to sense this, proves something profound is stirring awake inside you. But this is only the beginning of the signs. What follows next will shift not only how you see the world, but how you see yourself. Have you felt it? That feeling in your chest you cannot fully name, the sudden waves of emotion that arrive without warning. You may be asking why these things are happening to you now. Perhaps you feel a strong need to step away from the noise of the world to find quiet time alone. Perhaps you wake at the same hour every night without explanation. None of this is coincidence. These are signs spoken in a language your inner spirit understands. You were meant to be present for this season. When something significant is about to become visible, it does not simply arrive unnoticed. It signals itself through changes in the atmosphere you sense, through things that do not fit your usual way of thinking, yet resonate somewhere deep in your core. And only those who are prepared, those I have already stirred for this specific time, can truly recognize the invitation. Let us look further at these signs, because I am clear when I want your attention. Perhaps your sleep has been filled with vivid impressions lately, not random images, but scenes carrying weight and meaning. You may see journeys unfolding, wide stretches of water, a sense of being watched. You wake feeling as though you returned from somewhere else, a place that felt more real than the waking world around you. This is not simply your imagination. It is your inner self exploring, being prepared, gathering wisdom from places your conscious mind does not yet reach, but your spirit already understands. Perhaps your emotions have felt tangled lately. One moment you feel bright hope, the next you feel weighed down. Tears may arrive without a clear cause, or quiet laughter may surface when you are entirely alone. You feel gladness and sorrow woven together. This is not instability, it is a settling process. Your inner self is finding its place alongside a stronger current, and like anything delicate near something powerful, it trembles as it adjusts. Perhaps you have also felt a strong pull toward solitude, stepping back from people who once felt close, avoiding conversation that feels hollow, setting down masks you have worn for years. This is not about disliking anyone. It is your spirit making room, clearing space for what is coming. Even your body may be sending you messages, discomfort, restlessness, difficulty resting. These are not always signs that something is wrong. Sometimes they are simply your body sensing a shift in the current around you. You are not walking this path alone. You are on the road I have already prepared for you. Do not pause now. These signs were never sent to frighten you. They were sent to awaken you. You are being prepared, not burdened. You are being called forward, not weighed down. The intensity you have felt lately, the quiet stirrings beneath the surface, none of it is by accident. It is a revealing, and once you begin to notice these signs, you cannot unsee them. Once you begin to feel these shifts, you cannot return to the way you saw things before. You have crossed an unseen line, my beloved, and whether you fully understand it yet or not, the life you lived before is already behind you. But here is something many do not fully grasp. These signs did not appear only to inform you. They appeared to invite you. I am not asking for passive observation. I am asking for a sacred response. And the moment you choose to respond, to welcome the mystery, to step into what is not yet fully known, that is when things genuinely begin to move faster. Because what is approaching is not simply information. It is the very work I have prepared for you. If you have been noticing these signs, feeling this pull, crying without a clear reason, experiencing vivid dreams, seeking solitude away from the noise, it is because you were never meant to remain exactly where you were. You are not being left behind, my child. You are being called forward, and what beckons you holds far more meaning than you can currently understand. Not everyone will sense what is approaching. Not everyone is meant to, because the energy of this season is not for everyone. It is for the few who are ready to offer direction, ready to offer comfort, ready to be changed and to change the world around them. These are the ones I have summoned, not because they are better than anyone else, but because they are open, willing to listen when the world urges them to look away, willing to stand alone when others seek comfort in the crowd, willing to carry a presence that challenges old patterns and awakens what has gone quiet in others. Being called does not mean you are flawless, my beloved. It means you feel and experience life with a depth others may not carry. You have cried privately while others laughed carelessly around you. You have stood in rooms full of people and still felt unseen. You have loved deeply and been misunderstood. You have chosen truth over comfort, and even when you tried to silence it, the calling inside you never faded. That is not coincidence. That is confirmation. You did not come into this world simply to fit in. You came to help wake others up. And the season for that has finally arrived. It is no longer only about waiting, my child. It is no longer only about watching and wondering. It is about stepping forward. It is about remembering who you truly are beneath everything you were taught to be, beneath fear, beneath forgetting. The world is shifting. Old structures are weakening. Illusions are dissolving. And I am calling new guides forward, not the loudest voices, but those most aligned with my purpose. Not those with worldly influence, but those with true presence. You do not need a title. You do not need permission if you carry my light inside you. If you hold wisdom, if you embody truth, then you are being called. Here is a truth many hesitate to accept. Being called can feel like a heavy responsibility. It can be a solitary road. You may be misunderstood, dismissed, or mocked, but you will also find freedom, because once you say yes to this call, you stop living for the approval of others and begin living for the purpose I have given you. That purpose is not small. It is not random. Every step of your life has led you here. The times you felt let down, the seasons of deep sadness, the quiet stretches, the moments you questioned everything, none of it was an obstacle, my precious child. It was part of the shaping I set in motion to prepare you, to strengthen you, to awaken the fire already inside you. While the world focused on other things, you were hearing my call. While others chased noise, you were learning how to sit in stillness. And within that stillness, you began to uncover who you really are. Now, as the world changes around you, the quiet you cultivated becomes your voice. Your past hurts become your wisdom. The path you walked becomes a guide for those who will follow behind you. You walked through that darkness so you could become a source of light for others, and that light is needed now more urgently than ever. If you have questioned why unease has settled into your days lately, why things suddenly feel unsettled, it is because your inner self already knows this season has arrived. But here the path deepens further, because this calling is not only about waking up, it is about becoming someone new. A version of you I have always known, but one you are only just discovering. So how do you truly settle into this connection? How do you make sure that when life shifts, you are not simply tossed around by it, but gently guided forward on the path meant for you? The truth is, you do not stumble into your purpose by accident. You move toward it with intention, step by step, with awareness, with your spirit fully engaged, with clear focus. This sacred alignment is not a passing wave to ride casually. It is a deep agreement, an invitation for those who are ready to live differently, to hear the quiet promptings within, to act with deeper meaning. Here is what is needed from you. Prepare your inner quiet. Release the noise. Still the busy thoughts. Welcome your spirit fully. This sacred connection cannot be forced into being, yet it also does not appear by accident. Here is how you can begin. First, sit in stillness, not only outer silence but inner calm. Turn off whatever is pulling your attention away. Close your eyes. Simply be present. Let your breathing soften. Watch your busy thoughts like clouds drifting across the sky. Do not chase them. Do not try to correct them. Simply let them pass. Because when the outside grows quiet, your inside begins to speak. And in that deep stillness, you will begin to sense something subtle yet unmistakably clear. A gentle pull, a soft knowing deep within you. That is your spirit's voice, and it has been waiting patiently for you to finally listen. Next, write down whatever surfaces within you. Ask yourself simply, what is being shared with me right now? Then write freely, without holding back, without correcting or judging what comes out. Let it flow. Let it spill onto the page. Even if it does not fully make sense to your thinking mind, you are not simply writing thoughts, my child. You are uncovering a truth that has been buried beneath expectations, beneath fear, beneath the constant noise of the world. The truth I offer is real and natural, never something manufactured. You will not find it in the confusion of the world. You will find it in quiet moments, fully present in what is real. After this, connect yourself with the ground beneath you. Remove your shoes if you can. Stand upon the earth. Feel the soil, the grass, the sand beneath your feet. Let your body remember what your spirit already knows deep down, that you are part of something vast and beautiful, far greater than your mind can fully grasp. The trees stand tall without rushing. The wind moves without doubting its direction. The river flows onward without questioning its journey. And neither should you, my cherished one. Let nature help settle your inner rhythm. Let the light fill you gently. Let the quiet presence of open spaces reflect the deep peace you already carry within. After that, set clear intentions for yourself. The world responds to clarity. It reflects back to you what you hold within. So ask yourself honestly, what am I ready to release from my life? What am I ready to welcome into my life? Who am I truly becoming? Write it down plainly, speak it aloud with conviction, see it clearly in your mind, but most importantly, feel it fully within your heart. Let it live inside you completely before it begins to show up around you. This alignment is not about passive wishing. It is about actively choosing to move in harmony with my design. It is about declaring that you are here, that you are willing, that you are present. Because when heaven sees a spirit that is truly ready, it moves mountains to meet that readiness. Finally, create a sacred space for yourself. Light a candle if you wish. Listen to sounds that lift your spirit. Clear and clean your physical space. Let your intentions fill every corner of the room. Make it a place set apart. Make it a safe sanctuary for your spirit to rest in. Let it reflect the peace and clarity you wish to invite into your life. You do not need to be perfect, my child. You only need to be honest. Honest with yourself. Honest about your deepest desires. Honest about your hurts and your fears. True spiritual connection is not about pretending to always feel light. It is about becoming still and accepting enough that even your hidden parts feel safe surfacing. That is where the real unfolding happens, beloved, not by running from yourself, but by embracing all of who you are. This space will also serve as a mirror. It will reflect back to you how aligned you truly are, how prepared you are, and what your spirit is really seeking. And when your heart is pure, when your spirit is fully open, when your soul offers a genuine yes, this readiness will do far more than shift your inner energy. It will begin to shape your outer life as well. When you align with my timing, everything that has felt delayed or blocked will begin to gently unfold. You will meet the right people at the right time. You will feel guided instead of confused or lost. Opportunities will appear that your logical mind cannot fully explain, and you will come to understand that this journey was never about acquiring more. It was about remembering the whole and complete being you already are. Once you remember that truth, my precious one, there is no returning to who you were before. The shift begins within you, the energy changes, the path forward becomes clear, and you will see this deep change reveal itself, not only in your daily life, but in the very core of who you are. Stay close to me, my child. What lies ahead marks a significant shift. This is not simply another ordinary day passing by. It is a profound invitation from the very heart of everything that exists. Many overlook this gentle call, but you have perceived it. Part of you always sensed this moment would arrive, a time when everything you walked through, every tear you shed, every difficulty you faced, every lonely night you endured, would finally reveal its purpose. That moment is now. I brought you into being for this exact point in time. It was never accidental. It was always intentional. Before you arrived in this world, you already carried something of my light within you. You chose to briefly set aside that full understanding so you could rediscover it again, so you could remember your true self, the strength I placed inside you, the path I already laid out for you. And now that inner knowing is stirring awake, this is not simply an idea, my beloved child. This is a genuine change taking place inside you. The capacities I placed within you are coming alive. You are stepping away from the old picture you carried of yourself, the one built on fear and small boundaries, and that picture is fading because it never represented who you truly are. Yes, there may be moments of discomfort. The part of you accustomed to what is familiar may resist. Old patterns may try to hold you in place. But pay close attention. You will not return to that place, because you now see too clearly, sense too deeply, hear the gentle nudges too plainly, and you understand there is something greater unfolding, something you cannot unsee now that you have witnessed it. This is your moment to move forward, not from arrogance, but with clear understanding, with purpose, with the calm assurance I provide. Every part of your path, every difficulty has been shaping you. Its purpose was never injury, only preparation. Grief softened your heart. The moments your confidence was tested taught you how to see clearly. The still seasons taught you how to listen for my presence within. Now all of these experiences give you the strength to move forward. You are stepping into a different way of living, my child. Your deep inner sense will guide your steps. Your calm resilience will be your strength. The life placed inside you will lead you forward, and you are not walking this road alone. Right now, many others are also becoming aware, scattered across the world, yet joined together in spirit, each one remembering who they truly are, each one releasing what was never authentic, each one beginning to shine from within. Together you are all moving forward. I am not simply watching from a distance, my beloved. I am working alongside you, aligning people, circumstances, and moments, according to a design far more precise than you can imagine, all to help you grow into who I intended you to be. But understand this fully, my child. Moving forward requires your choice. It does not happen automatically. It requires courage. It requires releasing your tight grip on the familiar. It requires you to say sincerely that you are ready, that you sense this calling, that you trust the path even when the future remains unclear. And once you make that choice, something shifts. My child, I draw nearer. The signs you notice grow clearer. The atmosphere around you begins to move. You begin to attract not fleeting desires, but the very things aligned with the purpose already set inside you. Opportunities appear, relationships deepen, the gifts I gave you become easier to see, and the path I laid before you becomes plain to walk. It will not always feel easy, my child, but it will always carry meaning. You did not come into this life to live only partly awake. You came to become fully aware, to transform, to shine brightly. So release the fear, my child. Release the need to see every future step before you take it. Release the old image of yourself that was never truly who you are. Step fully into the strength already given to you. Trust that the life within you already knows the way forward. It has been guiding you the entire time, and now that guidance is steady and clear, this is the beginning of your full becoming, my beloved. Just when you feel you have reached the summit, you will discover there is still more ground to cover. But this time you move with understanding, aligned with purpose, with everything I have created supporting you. Stay close to me, my child. I led you to this point because you are ready, ready to remember who you are, ready to see past what was never real, ready to live from the strength given to you from the very beginning. This feels like a fresh beginning for you. The point where my intention for you and your own awareness finally meet. The point where you stop searching only for outward signs. You were never meant to withdraw. You were never meant to blend quietly into the background. You were never meant to remain stuck in the old cycles of fear and uncertainty. You are here to carry my light into dark places, to help others become aware, to shift circumstances for the better, to leave a mark that lasts long after this moment passes. The purpose set over your life is not a burden, my cherished child. It is a mark of who you truly are, and I am asking you now to embrace it, not out of pride, but with clear intention, because every part of your life is finally aligning. Every piece of your history, every difficult season, every quiet triumph has led you to this single clear understanding. Let this truth settle into you. This is the moment your spirit has been waiting for. Pay close attention now to what I am saying, because these words are being spoken directly into your inner being. You are not the same as you were before. You are transforming. You are rising. You are coming fully alive. Do not let fear hold you back. Do not let the past define who you are becoming. Do not let any other voice silence the powerful awareness growing within you. You have crossed an important threshold. You are entering into something that brings real change, and you will appear steady, strong, and lasting in the eyes of those around you. Your path has genuinely begun, my child. The road ahead is clear. I am beside you. The atmosphere surrounding you is shifting, and the life placed within you is already moving forward. Let me also speak to you about the people you have not yet met, the ones still ahead of you on this road. Just as I placed certain individuals in your path to reveal what was hidden in you, I am also preparing you to become that same gift for someone else. There will be a moment, perhaps sooner than you expect, when someone crosses your path carrying a wound you recognize instantly, because you once carried it too. You will not need clever words in that moment. You will simply need presence. The same presence I gave you when no one else understood what you were walking through. Your history was never wasted. Every tear, every sleepless night, every unanswered prayer is being transformed into something that will one day steady someone else who feels as though they are drowning. This is part of what it means to be trusted. Trust is not only about receiving, it is about becoming safe enough to carry someone else's story without judgment, without needing to fix them, without rushing their healing simply because their pain makes you uncomfortable. I am asking whether you can hold space the way I have held space for you patiently, without demanding they hurry through their season the way you once wished someone would let you take your time. Consider the seasons when you felt invisible. Consider the rooms where you sat quietly while others spoke over you. I remember every one of those moments, and I am telling you now that they were not wasted either. They taught you how to listen in a world that mostly wants to talk. They taught you how to notice the person standing at the edge of the room, the one no one else seems to see. That skill, that quiet attentiveness, is a gift I am refining in you for a reason. It will open doors that loud confidence never could. I also want to speak honestly about fear, because I know it has visited you often during this season. Fear will tell you that this calling is too large for you, that you misunderstood the signs, that someone more qualified should carry what I am placing in your hands. Fear will remind you of every failure, every rejection, every moment you fell short, and it will use those memories to convince you to shrink back into what feels safe. I am not asking you to silence fear through force. I am asking you to bring it honestly before me, the way you would bring any other burden, and to let me carry it alongside you rather than pretending it does not exist. Courage was never the absence of fear. It is choosing to move forward while fear is still speaking. Every person I have ever called carried some measure of fear into their calling. Fear did not disqualify them, and it does not disqualify you either. What matters is whether you keep walking despite its voice, trusting that my strength becomes clearest exactly where your own strength runs out. There will be days ahead when doubt returns, when you wonder if any of this was real, when the noise of ordinary life drowns out the clarity you feel right now. This is normal, and it does not mean you have lost what I am building in you. Return to stillness on those days. Return to the quiet place where you first heard me clearly. The signal does not disappear simply because static interrupts it for a while. Keep tuning your heart back toward me, and the clarity will return. Often deeper than before, because each return strengthens the connection rather than weakening it. I also want you to release any pressure to have this all figured out immediately. Purpose rarely unfolds all at once. It reveals itself one obedient step at a time. You do not need to see the entire road tonight. You only need to take the next step that is already visible to you. The conversation you have been avoiding, the boundary you have been afraid to set, the dream you have quietly shelved because it once felt impossible. Small obedience opens the door to larger assignments. I rarely hand the whole picture to someone who has not yet proven faithful with the smaller piece already in front of them. Watch also for the subtle temptation to compare your unfolding with someone else's. Their timing is not your timing. Their assignment is not your assignment. Some are called to be visible standing where many eyes can see them, while others are called to work quietly in rooms no one else notices. And both callings carry equal weight in my eyes. Do not measure your obedience by how loudly the world applauds it. Measure it by how closely it aligns with what I have actually asked of you. Because a quiet yes offered in secret often accomplishes more than a public gesture performed for approval. I am also asking you to guard your heart against the weariness that sometimes follows a season of intense awakening. After a mountaintop experience, it is common to descend into an ordinary valley and wonder where the intensity went. That valley is not a sign that I have withdrawn. It is simply the next part of the journey, the place where what you received in the mountain gets tested and rooted into your daily life. Do not despise the valley. It is often where the deepest transformation actually takes hold, far from the excitement, in the unremarkable rhythm of ordinary days lived faithfully. Remember also that rest is part of this calling, not a betrayal of it. You were not created to run without pause, and I never asked that of you. There will be seasons to labor and seasons to simply be still in my presence without producing anything at all. Learn to recognize which season you are in and honor it rather than forcing yourself into constant motion out of fear that stillness means falling behind. I am not a God who is impressed by exhaustion. I am a God who delights in a heart that trusts me enough to rest. As you walk forward, you will also notice a growing sensitivity to what no longer fits your life. Certain conversations that once felt normal will begin to feel draining. Certain environments that once felt comfortable will begin to feel confining. This is not you becoming difficult or distant. It is your spirit recognizing what belongs to the old season and what belongs to the new one. Honor that recognition gently without harshness toward the people or places involved. Some relationships will simply grow instead of ending, adjusting naturally to the new shape of who you are becoming. And others will quietly fade, not through conflict, but through distance. And both outcomes can happen with grace rather than bitterness. I want you to carry one more truth with you as this message draws toward its close. None of what I have shared today was meant to place a weight of performance on you. I am not asking you to become someone impressive. I am asking you to become someone honest, someone willing, someone awake. Everything else unfolds from that simple posture. You do not have to strive to become worthy of this calling, because worthiness was never the qualification. Willingness was always the only requirement, and you have already shown me that willingness simply by staying present through every word of this message. Rise now, my child. You have stayed attentive to my voice. Your heart has remained open to the truth I have shared. This searching within you, this hunger for understanding, is not by chance. It is the spirit I placed inside you drawing you closer to my own heart. You stand now at a significant moment, a time I have set apart where the path forward becomes clear for those willing to walk it with me. This is your invitation, my precious one, to step fully into the transformation I have already prepared for you. As you continue listening, as you allow these words to settle deep within you, you align yourself with the sacred work already unfolding around you. Your willingness to carry this forward, to share it with someone else whose spirit is also stirring, is more than an act of kindness. It is an act of carrying my light and truth to someone who desperately needs to hear it today. This is how these words continue to reach seeking hearts across the world, through the quiet obedience of those who have already heard the call. Stay near to me, my child. Let this message settle again and again, allowing it to root deeply within you. Return whenever you need to hear it once more, because there is more I long to reveal, more strength to give, more purpose still waiting to unfold in you. My presence remains with you, my beloved, guiding you, protecting you, walking beside you as you move forward. Be at peace, for you are already on the path I designed for you, and everything you need for this journey has already been placed within you.